What is pop culture? Popular culture is a set of practices and beliefs that appeal to the majority of people. Things such as music, art, literature, fashion, dance, film, television, and more. Pop culture is important as it influences the everyday lives of people in a given society, and it has a way of pursuing an individual's attitude towards certain topics. For me, I have grown up with many popular cultures, and this is because it is linked to a specific time and date, being subjected to change. When I was a little girl, it was El Chavo del Ocho, where I grew up in Mexico. Then I moved to the United States and it became Disney with their character movies, one of my favorite films, Mulan. And today, it is one of the most favorite popular cultures, Netflix. I was born in El Paso, Texas, but I was raised for some years in Mexico. I remember how back then, when cousins, aunts, and uncles met at my abuelita's house, it meant El Chavo del Ocho was on. We all used to live in a rancho at the north of Mexico. Back then, novelas were boring for my cousins and I. So when El Chavo del Ocho was streaming, every kid in the rancho was not playing outside anymore. They were watching the series. The show was about an 8-year-old orphan living in a Mexican vecindad and following his life and tribulations along with his neighbor friends. We will identify our family with this show since we all used to live very close, almost next door to each other. This series became not only popular culture in my life or in my community, but also in the world. As stated by Anderson and Toon, averaging 91 million daily viewers in all the markets. In the United States, where it constantly ranks within the top 5 Spanish language shows broadcast on cable. El Chavo del Ocho defended values such as honesty and compassion, which influenced many kids' attitudes as well as mine. This series today gives me a memory of what I call a Mexican home. Family together, grandma baking, the smell of rancho, and El Chavo del Ocho on. When I came to the United States, many things changed. The music, movies, fashion, and so did the popular culture. I was about 12 years old when I remember Mulan popped on my TV. After that day, it has been one of my favorite animated films. It is based on a Chinese legend of Huan Mulan taking a spot into a Chinese military to fight, disguised as a man, to save his father's life. This film showed me as a kid that family was the most important thing and how women were entitled to individual empowerment. But I did not find that until now. Musical films like Mulan made it entertaining for me to learn a new language in a new country since all I spoke was Spanish. Today, there is one thing I enjoy the most in my free time, Netflix. It is new technology that has significantly brought changes to the world as it has wide ranges of entertainment services. Netflix is a platform many people use today, and it has become a very popular culture in the world. Netflix has made it easier for me to stay home. There's no need to go rent or go to the cinema to watch a film because there are many more options I can choose from. As I get older, I recognize that life drains and it gets harder. Netflix for me is a getaway of the real world. It's a way to leave reality behind and for once to not care about my problems. It's a platform many people, myself included, love for a simple reason. Netflix gives more movies, variety of shows, and more. Everything we know as popular culture eventually changes. Popular culture builds interactions with people who are also interested in the same kind of things. And as we may not agree, there are many more that may be a fit because we're all different. Our language, our fashion, our habits, and our personality. For me, El Chavo del Ocho, Mulan, and Netflix have been some of my favorite and most important popular cultures because they remind me of what home is. Thank you.